I hadn't expected to step into that house, with nothing but a worn-out handbag and a smile that barely held together. But life has a strange way of dragging hidden truths into the light exactly when you hope they stay buried. I had barely crossed the threshold when Rowan, my grandfather, cut through the room's chatter with a single question. "Why did you pull up in a taxi? Where's the crossover we got you?" The room froze. My chest tightened. I opened my mouth to answer, but my mother jumped in before I could breathe. "Lena needed it more," she said casually, as if my birthday gift were a shared family resource. Everyone stared at her, confused. But Rowan looked at me with that quiet, sharp perception people often forgot he possessed. It was in that moment I realized the truth was finally ready to surface. My younger sister, Lena, had always walked just behind me until she discovered how easily she could step over me instead. I used to believe her late-night confessions, her soft, jealous compliments, her shaky claims that she wished she had my luck. I thought it meant she cared. But betrayal doesn't arrive with fireworks. It slips in like a draft you don't notice until you're already cold. First it was the clothes she borrowed permanently. Then the money she promised to return. Then the boyfriend who somehow became her confidant. I forgave every slight because I loved her more than she valued fairness. And she knew it. The car incident wasn't shocking. It was simply the last of 1,000 small wounds. A week later, the truth came out. Lena hadn't needed the car at all. She had asked for it directly. She told my mother, "I barely go anywhere. She won't miss it. I need it more." And my mother, blinded by her affection for her youngest, handed over my gift without a word to me. I didn't scream. I didn't argue. I just closed off. They mistook silence for weakness. That was their mistake. Revenge doesn't ignite with rage. It begins with clarity. I stepped back and looked at everything. Years of being the dependable daughter, the forgiving sister, the one who never complained. I was done playing that part. So I watched. I listened. I learned her patterns better than she understood them herself. Lena had one desperate weakness. She craved Rowan's approval. She lied for it, stole credit for it, painted herself as the responsible one. I let her polish that fake image until it shone. Then I gently cracked it. One afternoon, I told Grandpa, calmly, simply, that I needed to share something personal. Not a complaint, not a plea. Just the truth. I told him the car was gone and why. His jaw tightened, not with rage, but with disappointment, so heavy it felt like gravity shifting. He said nothing. Thinking. Calculating. Finally, he asked my mother, then Lena, then me, "Why did she need the car more?" Lena stepped forward, confident, as if reading from a script. "She has everything, Grandpa. I have responsibilities." He lifted a hand, stopping her instantly. Then he spoke only to me. "Come." We walked to his study. Everyone followed, suddenly uneasy. He opened a drawer and took out a thick envelope. "This was meant for one of you," he said. "The one who's shown honesty." Lena actually smiled. Rowan opened the envelope, revealing the deed to his countryside home, his chosen inheritance for the grandchild he trusted to care for it one day. He held it out to me. My mother gasped. Lena went pale. Rowan didn't raise his voice. He didn't have to. "I know everything," he said quietly. And today confirmed what she tried to hide. Then he looked at me. "You didn't lose a car. They lost their character." Lena burst into tears, spinning excuses. My mother tried to defend her. Rowan simply walked past them and placed his hand on my shoulder. "This is yours," he said. "And next time someone takes from you, come to me first." When we stepped out of the study, Lena crumbled. My mother followed her, shame dimming her face. I didn't feel triumph. I didn't feel guilt. Just release. Because justice doesn't always thunder. Sometimes it arrives as softly as a breath. Now they understood. And for the first time in years, I wasn't the quiet one. They were.